Fukagawa, a friendly residential area in the eastern part of Tokyo. Just after 7:30 in the morning, a distinctive sound begins to echo in the neighborhood. 8 wrestlers called Rikishi live together in this sumo stable. The daily training session has just begun. The first exercise, called Shiko, strengthens the trunk as well as the lower body, making the body less prone to injury. Shiko is practiced for more than 30 minutes every day. Conventionally, sumo training does not involve much equipment. The ancient teachings are carefully passed down from generation to generation. The important point is to maintain a low center of gravity, so as not to lose balance when attacked. The Rikishi's basic movement is to lower the hips and move the feet as if they are sliding on the ground. Among the Rikishi wearing black mawashi loincloths, there is just one with a white mawashi. It's Awanishiki. Wearing the white mawashi during the training indicates he's ranked in the 2 top divisions. The ranking is determined by the results of the official tournaments held every 2 months. It's May 2025. The 15-day official summer tournament begins at the huge Kokugikan Arena in Tokyo. The day's action begins with the lowest-ranked Rikishi stepping onto the clay ring called the Dohyo. Rikishi fight 1 bout a day. To win, you must force your opponent out of the ring or make them touch the ground with any part other than the soles of their feet. Around 4 p.m., the Rikishi in the highest division appear. Before their bouts, the top Rikishi all enter the ring and are introduced to the spectators. The total number of Rikishi is approximately 600. Only 42 are in the highest division. Awanishiki's journey to the top ranks has been the fastest on record, just 18 months. He's ranked 24th from the top in this tournament. Awanishiki's height and weight are below the average for Rikishi in the top division, so he needs a style that allows him to overcome his physique disadvantages. He could do nothing to counter his opponent's power and was forced out of the ring without being able to fight back. On day 2, he's again facing a Rikishi of similar rank. All the Rikishi face every other Rikishi of a similar ability for 15 days to determine their ranking in the next tournament. Awanishiki gets his first win in the summer tournament. From this point on, he will display his distinctive qualities to the utmost. Awanishiki's greatest strength is his low posture. He makes it harder for his opponent to push him away by putting his head under his opponent's chin. Another signature is his excellent agility. In addition, he he sweeps his opponent's knee to make him roll over. He shows the many technical skills he possesses. Midway through the 15-day tournament, Awanishki has a record of 8 wins and 1 loss, creating a whirlwind. Ukraine, the major grain producer. Awanishki was born in central Ukraine in 2004. He encountered sumo at the age of 7.
まあ一番最初柔道をやって、でそこからちょっと相撲始めて、まあ子供だったんで見て面白いなと思って。
Ukraine has long been a country where martial arts such as wrestling are popular. 20 years ago, a sumo association was formed to promote sumo wrestling for children by holding competitions in various regions.
Швидкоплинністю сутичок. Одразу зрозуміло, хто виграв, хто програв. Не потрібно для цього вивчати купу правил, вивчати спеціальну техніку. Сумо подобається українцям своєю екзотикою, по-перше.
In recent years, various amateur sumo wrestling competitions have been held in Europe, and Ukraine has won many medals. A former amateur world champion fought against the boy who would later become Awanishki.
З Данією було дуже важко боротись. Він дуже низько, як краб, підсідає, і під цю стійку дуже важко підлізти. Щоб вийти на один і той же рівень, потрібно вправно попотіти.
The boy eventually began representing Ukraine in various competitions. At the age of 15, he won 3rd place in an international junior competition held in Japan. However, three years later, Ukraine was invaded by Russia. The training facilities in various locations were destroyed and some of the wrestlers evacuated with their families to other countries.
国で戦争が始まって、あれで自分はドイツに行ったんで、まあそこで終わるじゃん。まあもったいないなと思って、まあ一回はまあ勝負してみたいというか、まあその月だったんで、まあ自分が選んだ道でとりあえず勝負しようって感じだったですね。
He came to Japan alone in the spring of 2022 at the age of 18. With the help of a Japanese he'd met at an international competition, he continued practicing sumo with a group of amateur wrestlers in Osaka. At that time, he said this in an interview.
I every day walk here. Why they attack this place? I can very talk about it, but it's very horrible, very bad. I no understand.
He was eager to open up his life as a professional sumo wrestler. So, he decided to live in Japan. Around that time, he was able to meet a sumo stable master through an introduction. It was the master of Ajigawa stable. During his active career with the ring name Awanishki, he was a skillful rishi. He tormented Yokozuna Grand Champion Asashoryu, who was the strongest rishi at the time, and other top rankers. When he was setting up his own stable after his retirement as an active rickshaw, he met the young Ukrainian hopeful. But he had no plans to take on a foreign apprentice at that time.
本当はもう、断ろうと思って、初めて会いました。それで目を見て話してて、とてもまっすぐな目をしてたので、じゃあうちに来るかと、思わず行ってしまったという、いうような感じで。
He was accepted into the Ajigawa stable and began his career as a sumo wrestler.
家族単位に頑張りたいとか、自分も上に行きたいさ。
2 years since entering the sport, Awanishiki has risen to be the strongest rickshaw in the stable. However, he's still in the process of developing his skills. He still has many challenges to tackle.
当たってないので、当たった瞬間に手が先当たってるからできない。
Emphasis is placed on his footwork at the moment he strikes his opponent.
足がこう構えちゃうとダメ。今こうしたろ。こっちからすぐこういかないと。パッと形作ろうと思っちゃうと足止まっちゃうから。こう。今こうしたろ。それじゃ当たりも弱いし、相手を抑えるだけになっちゃうから。結構当たる。
However, right after he hits the opponent, he's not stepping forward.
今かかったんじゃないの？今さっきより。
立ちは弱い方なんですね。どうしても相手止めてから相撲を取るこうやってもっと自分から攻めていかないといけないな、ちょっと分かります。
There are still other things Awanishiki needs to learn.
はい。
Today he's visiting the Kokugikan Arena where the official tournament will start in about a week. A rickshaw training session open to the public is being held. Rickshaw who usually train in their own stables get together. This is the first time Awanishiki has participated as a rickshaw in the top division. It's a great opportunity for him to face strong rickshaw who he cannot usually train with. When a bout ends, many of the other rickshaw flock towards the winner. He remains on the ring and can choose his next opponent, so they all strive to be the first to appeal for nomination. As for Awanishiki, he can't easily step forward. A senior rickshi, unable to look on in silence, pushes him forward. But in the end, he doesn't get to wrestle today.
So what? やっぱり得意じゃない。やっぱりそういうところを勉強しないといけない。どうなる。
Stables with strong rickshi are popular with fans. Despite the early time, there's a large crowd outside this stable not far from the Ajigawa stable. Today, top division rickshi from other stables have come here seeking partners to practice with. Awanishiki appeals to the winning rickshi. This time, he succeeds. This is a much higher ranked rickshi who Awanishiki hasn't wrestled against yet in an official bout. He's pushed back at the initial charge. Then he loses in the grappling to result in defeat. Next, the 8th ranked rickshi. But he can't push him out of the ring. Finally, he felt the difference in ability firsthand. The training session was very intense, something he doesn't usually get to experience. It has lasted nearly 2 hours.
相撲のうまさだったり、体の芯というか芯の強さというか、全然違いましたね。自分の持ってる力を思いっきり出していこうだって感じです。
Although Awanishiki has become a high-profile presence, he still has a lot of technique to develop.
本場所の土俵って呼び出しさんとかが作るんですってことは名古屋に行っても九州に行っても大阪に行っても土俵の感覚
ち目で地域として応援していきたいなと思います。水分だなと思います。
Back to the May Summer Tournament. The 15-day competition enters its second half. Because Awanishki so far has a good record of 8 wins and 1 loss, bouts have been scheduled for him with top 10 Rikshi he would not normally face. His opponent today is Wakataka Kage, the 7th-ranked Rikshi. He's the Rikshi Awanishki trained with when he went to practice at another stable. He has won 1 top division championship in an official tournament.
10日目に組まれた好取組。
それで自分の相撲を取ることだけなので、思いっきりやるだけ。
His challenge was rejected. Awanishki attacked, but his opponent's technique was superior. He tried to attack from a low position, which is his forte, but his arm was locked by his opponent, who took advantage of Awanishki's momentum to move forward and threw him down. Awanishki's next opponent is even stronger.
First の対戦、制限時間いっぱいです。手を出していった青錦。
Awanishki pushed his opponent to the edge of the ring, but he was overcome by his strength.
ここは大関の琴櫻が勝ちました。
The next day, Awanishki again faces a strong Rikshi who has won championships. Unable to resist his opponent's power, he was overwhelmed. Despite an impressive record of 11 wins, for Awanishki the summer tournament ended with a painful realization of the difference in his strength from the top Rikshi. It's a month and a half until the next tournament. The days of steady training start again.
今いるところ目指してるところじゃないんで、そこで満足したらもうそこ以上いけない。まだ足りないところいっぱいあるから。
He has now risen to 9th position. It's the rank where he can compete with the Yokozuna Grand Champions. At the stable, the name tags are lined up in order of ranking. The middle character of the Chinese letters expressing his name, Awanishki, means blue. His brand new kimono is made of blue fabric.
青っていう字やっぱり木でも青は入ってるし、この子の目の色も青なんで。
Awanishki in his blue mawashi is being closely watched in Ukraine as well.
Вболіваємо кожного разу все дужче і дужче. Чим ближче дання до перемоги в турнірі, переживаємо кожним разом все більше і більше, чим ближче він до цієї значущої події. Перемоги в турнірі, стати як Адзумою.
Awanishki took the plunge into Japan's sumo world, and his efforts to reach the very top continue.
恩返しというか、自分が相撲で勝つことは一番いい恩返しと思ってる。はい、どんどん上を目指していきます。